Hello everyone, welcome back to Real Life. I hope you're having a wonderful day. In this episode, I went back in my archives to an event I covered 30 years ago. It's the 10th of November 1994, a pleasant late fall day in Calgary. We're going to take in a rather unique military parade, a United Nations peacekeeping parade. Soldiers from one Canadian mechanized brigade group and reserve units formed up at the historic Mewata Armoury in downtown Calgary to march to Olympic Plaza in front of City Hall. Calgary-based regiments were represented by members of the Princess Patricia's Canadian Light Infantry, the Lord Strathcona Horse Royal Canadians, one service battalion, one field ambulance, one military police platoon, one headquarters and signal squadron, Calgary Highlanders, the King's Own Calgary Regiment, 14th Service Battalion, and a British Army officer on exchange. From 1948 through 1989, Canada committed to every UN peacekeeping mission. In 1994, Canadian Forces members were deployed in numerous UN peacekeeping missions around the world, including Croatia, Bosnia, the Golan Heights, Syria, Cyprus, Western Sahara, Somalia, Haiti, Rwanda, and more. Recently concluded peacekeeping missions included Cambodia, Angola, and Namibia. The Medak Pocket battle had occurred only a year earlier in Croatia, but was still not public knowledge at this time. It would be 9 years before members of the 2 PPCLI battle group under the command of Lieutenant Colonel Jim Calvin would be recognized for their unwavering defense during the battle. Meanwhile, the horrors of the recent Rwandan genocide were still very much fresh in everyone's memories. Canadians were also in the Sinai. Though not a UN mission, the Multi-Force and Observers MFO mission had been enforcing the Egypt-Israel peace treaty since 1981. Since the inception of peacekeeping, more than 125,000 Canadians have served in UN operations. Canadians have suffered casualties in nearly every mission, with 123 deaths over the various missions. Canada's high point of participation took place in April 1993, when there were 3,336 Canadian UN peacekeepers deployed around the world. This, in part, was one of the reasons for this parade. The battalion formed up on the parade square of Mewata Armoury before departing through the east doors with the King's Own Calgary Regiment band leading. They marched down 8th Avenue, 13 blocks east to Olympic Plaza to awaiting dignitaries. Along the way, Calgarians lined the route or stopped what they were doing to honor the soldiers. At the plaza, longtime CFCN news anchor Daryl Jans hosted the event. Mayor Al Dewar greeted and thanked the troops and Major General Clive Addy. Hundreds of Calgarians, including Second World War and Korean War vets, stood on the sidelines to bear witness to this historic event. 30 years later, most of these soldiers are now retired. Perhaps you may recognize a friend or family member on parade.
That's the better way of buying it than putting it in this can and getting stolen. Eh?
Yeah.
May as well give it to the United Fund or something.
I bought coffee all over the do that over there.
Those are the vets. Up there. They're like Papa. Yeah. Yeah, they're Papas too. Well,
look at this.
Yeah.
Where did you have it?
At the Crossroads
Her husband was excluded from the community because only
We arranged.
Attend! John! United Nations parade! Salute! Your Worship,
Thank you.
1,275 United Nations soldiers, members of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police,
and the King's Own Calgary Regiment Band on parade. Sir, would you care to address the parade?
Thank you. Stand easy.
United Nations parade and that ice.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for coming. I'm Darrell Jans, and it is my honor to be your host for today's recognition ceremony. We are certainly blessed with much better weather than we had been led to believe we would have. It's good to see such a great turnout. It is
Darrell, welcome everyone. Senator, members of Parliament, fellow members of many times addressing many groups, and I can't recall a situation where I've been here before where I have been more proud to be a Canadian. I think you have done us all very proud indeed. They've gone to countries around the world as a stabilizing force in times of need. Many of these Canadian soldiers have been from Calgary. Over the past 2 years, more than 1,500 Calgary-based soldiers from both the Armed Forces and the Royal Canadian Mounted Police have participated in various United Nations peacekeeping operations around the world. This is the largest contribution Calgary has ever made to these initiatives, and today I am honored to pay tribute to the men and women who have played a part in them. The City of Calgary is proud to salute our peacekeepers and has been assisted in today's recognition in this event today by Calgary Salutes, a community-based organization that promotes awareness and the role of the military in Calgary. The Canadian Armed Forces enjoys a reputation providing some of the best peacekeeping units in the world. Countries worldwide have benefited from the caring, the hard-working and conscientious approach of our troops. Canadian Forces personnel have been living up to an exceptional reputation since World War I. At that time, our troops were instrumental in turning the tide of the war, and for their valiant efforts earned the respect of nations around the world. In World War II, Canadian soldiers were pivotal in the success of the Allied forces and endeared themselves to the people of Europe for their many humanitarian gestures. The accolades given then still ring true today, and the men and women currently serving in Canadians' armed forces have ensured the continuation of worldwide admiration. In Bosnia and others in Croatia, all were there for one purpose: to support the civilians caught in the strife of war. Many Calgarians now have served around the world in the United Nations peacekeeping operations in such places as Haiti, the Golan Heights, South Lebanon, the Sinai, Israel, Egypt, and Korea. Part of the solution to try and end the violence and to find a way for peace to return. We should all be thankful for these men and women who willingly travel to foreign lands and courageously face unknown hardships and dangers. Representatives up one at a time for the presentation.
Thank you very much, Mayor Dewar. We are extremely pleased to be able to recognize each of the 7 Strathcona's Horse Royal Canadians Battle Group. Please come forward to receive a token of appreciation from the City of Calgary. Light Infantry Battle Group, please come forward. Our next medallion goes to the 1 Field Ambulance, represented here today by Captain Bruce Wakeham. Would you please come forward?
There's Charles, see? Right next to the guy. Oh, he's laughing at us. He's smiling. Il sourit, il nous entend. L'oncle Charles nous entend. And Auntie Ellen's on the
next
stage.
Recipient is
Oh. Say hello. Hello. Say my uncle John. There's the third guy here.
Call him again. Call him again.
Would Major Rick... And our final medallion goes to the Royal Agent Bert Cameron. Congratulations to all of our peacekeepers for doing such an outstanding job in representing our country so proudly as part of Canada's peacekeeping forces. Now, along with the 7 major municipal building, and thousands of Calgarians have signed them, indicating their heartfelt appreciation of the job our armed forces do. Now the pages have been combined into a single huge tribute to the dedication and sacrifice made by our peacekeepers. And we are pleased to be able to present this today to Major General Clive Addy. Major General, would you please come forward?
Major General Addy, on behalf of the citizens of Calgary and my fellow members of City Council, it gives me a great deal of pleasure and pride to present this token of our appreciation to you in the international scene of peacekeeping. Major General Addy. Thank you very, very much. Commander of the Army, General Ray, to be here to accept such a tribute, this very special behalf of the peacekeepers of Western Canada, and particularly the city of Calgary, from the people. The military is to serve. It's easier when soldiers depart a city that cares. It's easier when a city has a group that provides support to families and moral support throughout the community, such as Calgary Salutes. And on that note, I'd like to take a special moment to thank John Terrell. Your Worship, citizens of Calgary, we remain ready to serve in the best traditions. In the words of our national anthem, Your Worship, we remain on guard for thee. I, on behalf of all of the citizens, all of the soldiers and families of the Calgary Garrison, wish to thank you, the citizens, this last peacekeeping operation. Thank you very kindly.
Thank you very much, Major, to the men and women who have played a role in Canada's distinguished peacekeeping forces. That concludes our presentations. I would ask our platform members to please stand for God Save the Queen.
United Nations parade! Salute!
Come on up. Ready? Oh.
Wow!
Say hi. Look, there's the camera. Where's the camera?
It's another picture. Oh my gosh.
Huh?
Another picture. Oh my gosh.
Call me DJ, not Mr.
Oh.
Show
Yeah,
me the dog.
hold on, let me
Show
hug
me-
him,
show me the dog.
okay? That's right, okay.
But now there's, they filled the meat. There's been a neat
Yeah, I guess.
Let me find you somebody. Let me go to him before.